All right, so take two. Now we are going to work on some of the exhaust steps. So the first thing I need to really do, the way this is mounted right now, will be like this on the back of the motor. And actually, no. Wide is at the bottom. So it's going to be like this. So the intake's going to be on the passenger side. That's not right. So to flip it over, I need it on this side. So that means I need to take this, trace out this template, bam, right there. Mark the holes and drill a new hole pattern for that right there, so I can flip this and have it sitting the correct direction. Then the exhaust can go down the passenger side. So I'm gonna mark that up and start drilling. Well, I'm gonna take off the entire compressor housing so nothing gets in. So in case you guys were wondering about the exducer and the housing, so really if the turbo blows up, I can just slap this on a GT25 Garrett or something, as long as it's a 4-volt. So here's the new bolt pattern right there that I'm gonna have to drill. So we gotta get all in a fixture over here and drill it out with a drill press. All right, so the little puny vise wouldn't work. So I had to put it over here. And you can see this center punching. That one's gonna be the trickiest. Those should be fine. So I got a small bit in there, got some fluid. Gonna drill the pilot holes and then start stepping up from there. All right, so there we go. Pilot holes have been drilled. That one's gonna be a little wonky. That's probably gonna be a pain in the ass when I go to step it up. Cam's over there, getting ready to put his motor on a stand. This video should be coming up soon. All right, so I killed the batteries. I gotta charge them. And then I'll step up a bit to the next one. So mainly this one, and this one are gonna be aligning. That one might just be a little loose for fit, but should still clamp down just fine. Well, there we go. Drilled all the holes. I think this is where it was factory. Yep. So those all still would work if I want to use it that way. And then I could flip it where the wide is at the top. Get it lined up. There we go. Flipped. Manifold. How to clean this thing up. Put it back together. It won't come off here.
While he struggles doing that, we're doing this. Finally getting some heads permanently on this thing. We're gonna do a permanent head install so we can stop lugging these things around and just having the engine sitting in there with no heads. So we're gonna get these heads on, torque them down, good and tight, and have it ready for putting it back in the car whenever we get the trans tunnel figured out in the transmission.
Cam, quick question. Have you seen the 10 the last time we were working on that?
The 10 mil.
It's not in the motor.
Shit.
Let's put it together anyway.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, I'm done with the struggle bus of getting this off of there. The sucker's actually on there pretty good. So I got the wastegate off. I have already clocked the turbo, got it back together. So that way the drain is going down, intake side's going up toward the driver's side. Exhaust is gonna go toward the passenger side. So everything cleaned out pretty nice. Full feeds right up top. But now I got to clock this coming around, I believe, to go straight up. That way I can get these bolts over here close for the wastegate actuator to be relatively, stop making noise over there, this way. So yeah, I gotta clock it probably 45 degrees to get that where I need it, those bolt holes. And this part will be done, but that's got a pretty gnarly C-clip inside of there. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm gonna go find my C-clip pliers and get to it. Well, Cam's over there cleaning. I broke my snap ring pliers. So Snap-on's gonna love me on Friday at the body shop. I can't get that loose to clock the intake up. So that part of the turbo is on hold now. But hey, that's done. So now, I guess I'm going to work on making the exhaust flange for the turbo. So what we're going to do on that is trace it out and then get on the bandsaw vertically and cut it out. So we'll do that next. So there we go. Traced it out 2 times because, you know, I might mess up. This one over here will just have 2 little fangs on each one over here. This one will just have that one at the very end, just be kind of like a fang for the bolt. So time to get on the bandsaw and set it up. All right, so we got the bandsaw locked upward. So I'm just going to feed it in and just start cutting it out. Making some progress over there, huh?
Trying.
All right, so got this plate cut out. I'm not gonna do all the notches. Stainless is very, very hard to work with, but it should be just fine. So I should still have enough of the shoulder on that to grab with a bolt. Those coming around. So then I need to get a hole saw and cut this and this side over here. And then I can trim this down to where it's going to be neck down and not as wide. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but I'll cut it down about halfway and slide that on there. And then I can make sure that the V-band side goes up. That way it gives me a little bit more turn down room for that down pipe. So until I get a hole saw, that's a stopping point. I need snap ring pliers for that, but I can cut that down and start working with that. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so got our flange, got the turbo, driver's side. So I want the exhaust up at that top part. So I want it just like this. Oh, look at that. Oh, already cut it. Look at, oh, if I didn't have it so close to the turbo. There she is. So I'm going to cut that. I'll mark it and cut that out and weld that up, drill the holes, weld these together, cut off this V-band right here, put on one of these V-bands because this doesn't have a set lip or anything on it. Those are a lot better. And the exhaust will be up at the top side to give me plenty of room to come down and down around the turbo for the downpipe. So, yep, I need a hole saw now, pliers, and to get to welding. All right, I'm probably gonna call it a night on this one. Bye. What's up, guys? Post Edit Todd here. Just doing a little bit of editing on the video, and I decided I want to make this a little bit better. So I designed with CAD everything to make a CNC flange. Since I'm designing a CNC printer anyways, designed all that up. So yeah, there's one printer going right now. Building some of the CNC parts. But yeah, a little bit of proof of concept. So got one printing now. I'll show that to you downstairs. There's a 3D printer I built for somebody, and oh, look what's done. Is it, oh, there she is. So that'll go bolt straight to the turbo and crush a 2.5-inch pipe into an oval. and then just pie cut it down. Let's go see if she fits. There's another 3D printer I got. I need to get that one fixed. Then I got, there's the CNC parts right there. V1 Engineering. Gonna get that one all built, hopefully soon. And down to the garage. I cannot believe that I designed this on CAD. So inside of there goes right down to the edges, all over the place. And it matches up freaking great. Like, I can't believe I made that. I need to get my CNC machine done. I need to CNC all the things. It's gonna be freaking fantastic. I'm gonna crush a pipe and see how accurate that crushed hole is. That should have enough throw in there. Oh yeah, it doesn't hit or anything. And if anybody's wondering, that is a 1/2 inch thick piece. That is amazing. 3D printing, CNC. Love it. Oh, and I bought the hole saw, so I can get that cut. That's an old one I had to do the smaller side. So I'll probably just do this just to get it done. But I'm definitely going to CNC and make some jigs if anybody else wants to do this turbo kit. I'm gonna have a whole setup ready for everybody. Sweet, let me crush some pipe. All right, so I bent a mild piece I had on the car. That was on a stainless, don't ask why. But I just crushed them in the vise real quick to check. Came out to roughly the same size. And then I went to go check it. So it looks like I need to bring it in about 5 millimeters on each side, even on the other side, the stainless side. Yeah, it's off by about 5 millimeters. I can hammer that a little bit out, and that's no big deal. And that was where a cut was anyways. Nope, that isn't the cut side. Never mind. Yeah, I can hammer that a little bit more round, I guess you should say. But yeah, let me trim up the oval side, and there was so much clearance there on this. I can probably bring it down to 1/4 inch on the thickness, and it'll be a lot easier for the CNC machine to cut it too. All right, so I figured that they need to move that way 2 to 3 millimeters. So I moved it over 2, and I brought it up to 9 millimeters across instead of 8.5. And I also brought this down from 80 down to 70. So that should close up that gap a little bit. And then I centered it again to make sure this will kind of not hit anything. So there she is. There's the new design. So everything should be fine with it. So I'll give this a 3D print, check fitment one last time, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, catch you next time. Tomorrow's Friday. I can get my snap ring tool and get some more progress done.